If you're considering tutoring on the Cambly platform, along with the application process, you will be required to create a brief tutoring introduction video. What are you going to say? What kind of information should you include? Does the thought of doing that intimidate you? Well, it shouldn't. I want to spend the next few minutes giving you some very simple tips on what you can do in order to create a very impressive introduction tutoring video that is going to create a very lasting impression upon potential students of yours. So let's go ahead and begin. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do is to dress professionally. You don't have to necessarily wear a suit and tie, but if you have a nice conservative modest cardigan like what I have on, or even a blazer with a nice suit, it's going to mean a lot. Dressing as sharp as you can for that minute and a half is really going to make a world of a difference and will help you stand out against other tutors on the platform. The second piece of advice I have for you is to make sure that when you're recording your video, you have good lighting. Lighting is one of those things that can really create and set the tone to the mood of an environment. One of the pieces of advice I would offer you is to try to take advantage of natural sunlight and try to shoot your introduction video during the daytime. Unfortunately, right now for me, it's actually evening time, so what I'm using is a ring light. Along with having good lighting, you also want to make sure that you have a quiet environment to record your video in. This is a really important nuance to consider because students who are non-English speakers are going to need to hear you and understand what you are saying. And if there's any chatter in the background, or if you're being soft-spoken, they're not going to understand you and are most likely going to just skip your video and find some other tutor. I recommend that you speak loudly, clearly, and watch the pace at which you're speaking. Another piece of advice to have a strong tutoring introduction video is to prepare some talking points. You don't necessarily need to create a script where you would have to read everything verbatim. However, spend some time really thinking through and creating some good talking points you'd want to have for your introduction video. What are some of these talking points I recommend that you include in your video? I would highly recommend that you first greet your students by saying hello, state your name and what country you live in, state any sort of relevant teaching experience you may have. Do you have an ESL or TOEFL certification? Have you ever taught before? Mention that information in your video. Do you have any sort of specialty within any particular industry? For example, are you also an engineer or an architect? Along with your professional background, it's also important to mention your education background as well. Do you have a bachelor's, master's degree, or a PhD? That information is going to be really important to include in your introduction video. If you want to be playful, you could even mention any types of hobbies you have. That will help show your personality. What is your teaching style and what kind of lessons or curriculum can you offer to students? Optional but highly recommended, try to include a very brief teaching demonstration in your video. And finally, you're going to want to conclude the video by thanking students for watching your video and encouraging them to book you for future classes. Now, I'm going to show you my introduction video I have made for the Cambly platform. Hello, my name is Mara, and I am from the United States of America. I have been a teacher for over 5 years, and as a certified ESL instructor, my areas of specialty include teaching intermediate to advanced English to both adult and teenage learners. I specialize in working with students who need assistance with grammar, reading, phonics, and accent coaching. My professional background also includes experience in the field of urban and regional planning, public administration, as well as public policy. If you are interested in improving your business English or would like to find someone to have a conversation with regarding topics such as current events, culture, or any other subject matter, please consider contacting me, and I promise that tutoring with me will be out of this world. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. This concludes the end of my video. Is there any other advice you would offer? Go ahead and comment below. All right, folks. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.